Hey, DC fans, welcome to the second video on James Gunn's DCU. In this video, we are going to talk about the potential villain of movie Superman, Legacy.
Bizarro, the anti-Superman.
Once upon a time, in the farthest reaches of space, a scientist named Professor Emil Hamilton had a brilliant idea. He wanted to create the perfect being, a being that would embody all the best qualities of humanity, and he named this creation, Bizarro. But something went wrong in the experiment and Bizarro became a twisted version of Superman, with all of his powers, but with a twisted, evil mindset. Bizarro was the exact opposite of everything that Superman stood for, and he was on a mission to cause destruction and chaos wherever he went. Bizarro was a formidable foe, with all the same powers as the Man of Steel, but he used them for evil purposes. He was a force to be reckoned with, and he was determined to prove that he was the superior being, even if it meant destroying everything in his path. Superman had his work cut out for him. He knew that Bizarro was a dangerous adversary, and he was determined to stop him before he caused any more destruction. But little did he know that this would be the beginning of a long and intense battle between the two, as they struggled to determine who was the ultimate champion of truth, justice, and so, the stage was set for an epic showdown between the Man of Steel and his twisted doppelganger. Who will come out on top? Will Bizarro finally prove that he is the superior being? Or will Superman rise to the challenge and defeat his evil counterpart once and for all? Find out in the exciting adventure, Superman, Legacy. Now let's talk about what should the story of movie Superman, Legacy. The sun rises over Metropolis as Clark Kent, better known as Superman, takes to the skies. The city is still waking up, but Clark is already hard at work, making his rounds, checking in on the people of his adopted home. It's a routine he's carried out for years, a symbol of his unwavering commitment to the truth, justice, and the American way. But today is different. There's a strange feeling in the air, a sense of unease that Clark can't shake. As he lands on a rooftop to take a moment to collect his thoughts, a figure materializes in front of him. It's Bizarro, his twisted doppelganger, a being with the same powers as Superman but a completely opposite morality. "Hello, Clark. You look confused," Bizarro sneers. "I've come to remind you of what you really are. You're a Kryptonian, not a human. And it's time you started acting like one." Clark shakes his head. "I am both, Bizarro. And that's what makes me who I am." Bizarro scoffs. "You can try to play both sides all you want, but you can't ignore your heritage. You're a symbol of Krypton, not of this weak and pitiful world." Clark clenches his fists, feeling the anger building inside him. "That's where you're wrong, Bizarro. I may have come from Krypton, but I've made my home here. I will protect humanity, no matter what it takes." Bizarro's smile turns into a snarl. "I'll make you choose, Clark. Krypton or Earth. It's time to pick a side." And with that, the two beings take to the skies, ready to engage in a battle that will test Clark's resolve like never before. Bizarro may have his powers, but Clark has something even more powerful, a sense of purpose. He's made his choice, and he's not backing down. As they clash in midair, the city below watches in awe. This is what it means to be Superman, they think. To fight for what's right, no matter the odds. The battle rages on, but in the end, it's Clark who stands victorious. He lands on the rooftop, panting and battered but unbowed. Bizarro disappears, defeated for now. But Clark knows that there will always be more challenges to come, more threats to humanity. And he's ready for them. He's Superman, after all. The embodiment of truth, justice, and the American way. And that's a legacy he'll always fight to protect. Superman, Legacy follows the story of an established and mature man of steel who has fully embraced both his Kryptonian and human identities. However, as he continues to embody truth, justice, and the American way in a world that sometimes sees kindness as old-fashioned, he faces a new challenge in the form of his twisted doppelganger, Bizarro. Bizarro, created through scientific means, possesses many of the same powers as Superman, but uses them for evil purposes. As the embodiment of everything that Superman stands against, Bizarro represents a dangerous threat to both the Man of Steel and humanity. Throughout the film, we see Superman struggle to maintain balance between his dual heritage as he battles Bizarro. The Man of Steel must not only defeat his evil counterpart, but also confront the implications of his existence and the difficult choices he may have to make in order to protect those he loves. As the film progresses, we see the two superpowered beings engage in a series of epic battles that test the limits of their powers and the boundaries of what it means to be a hero. Will Superman be able to defeat Bizarro and protect the world, or will the twisted doppelganger triumph over the embodiment of truth, justice, and the American way? Superman, Legacy is a thrilling tale of heroism, identity, and the never-ending battle between good and evil.